Jackals! 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 Down in Langley late at night, smart old guys that play it right. Captain Fun Bobby leads the charge. Silky Mitts, Johnny Gunshots coming large. Putty in the slot, all the Chris's in a row. Nighthawks battle, it's a 2-1 show. Jackals! 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 Rolling down the line. 10:30 puck drop, leaving sleep behind. Jackals! 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 Every day's Lloyd's birthday here. Whoppers and Fresco raise a cheer. Don't forget a shower beer. Check Pab's beard for lost gear. Jackals, Jackals, rolling down the line. 10:30 puck drop, leaving sleep behind. Jackals, Jackals, Jackals. Langley twin rings, empty seats, homeless living on the streets. A Chargers hat for tailgating, nachos for the lady bag. Jackals, Jackals, keeping up the flame. Jackals, Jackals, you can't stop the rain. Jackals!
Jackals TV is back on the air, and today we'll be chronicling a game against the Great Gazoos. Happened on December 7th. The Great Gazoos is a team that the Jackals have not played yet this year, despite being in the same division with this team all year long. A quirk of the schedule has kept these two teams apart, so this will be their first matchup. These two teams did play each other twice in the previous season before the Jackals got moved down to a different division. Those two games were both victories by the Gazoos, a 3-1 win and a 4-1 win. As far as the lineup goes, the Jackals continue to struggle to get their entire roster out. There will be 5 players missing from this game. Chris Marshall, Gary, Chris Weeger, Bruce, and David all out of the lineup. So 2 spares in. Rob Lawrence, who's played a number of games for the Jackals here sparing today. And a new spare, Greg Pope, will be playing on defense here today and wearing number 47. Trevor gets the start in net, so let's head to the first period. And the Gazoos are going to strike early in this one. Here they are moving the puck around side to side, east to west. This goes across to the player coming in on the right flank, and he does it well to put a nice shot up over the glove, under the bar, and it's a Gazoos lead. Here they come again, weaving their way through Jackals players in the neutral zone and in the offensive zone. Going to have a screen of an offensive player and a defender, but Trevor gets the blocker on it and turns it aside. Jackals are going to get their first shot of the game here. A turnover by the Gazoos in their own end. Right out to Aaron in the high slot. Throws it on net low. The goalie kicks it out. But overall, the run of this period is going to be heavily favored towards the Gazoos. Here they come again, down in the corner. Puck ends up behind the net, and they're going to find this player coming in late. Nice pass out front, whipped on net. Trevor gets down, makes a 5-hole save. Period is winding down, and the Jackals are trying to find some offense. Here comes Darryl, streaking down the left side. Throws it up front to Darwin, who tips it just wide. Past the post on the left side. Gazoos get it behind the net, and then they're going to break out with it. No pass necessary. This player is just going to skate his way down the left side, stays on side, goes round on the left, and then finds again above the glove on the right side of the net, and it's a 2-0 lead here for the Gazoos as we head to the second period. And thankfully for the Jackals, they're going to find their legs here in the second period. Here's Lloyd putting the puck up the middle, misses Darrow with it, but it's going to work out because the defender turns it over to Darwin. He's in on a breakaway. Camera catches up, and he slides it through the 5-hole, cuts the lead in half. The Jackals are on the board. It's a 2-1 game. Jackals be looking to tie it up now. Bob down low behind the net, chasing that puck. It gets wrapped around to the other side, and Aaron's going to swoop in and scoop it up, and he's going to take it towards the net. Bob's there, temporary screen, but it's into the goalie's glove. The Gazoos now looking to restore the 2-goal lead. Here's the player who scored that second goal, trying to go end-to-end again. He gets stopped by the defenders, but the late-coming player picks it up, and then there's a rebound there that just skips over that player's stick. He had an empty net to put it into, but he can't get it. And then as Rob is trying to outlet the puck, he gets stuck to his stick, and he gets turned over, and then he trips up the player who picks up the puck. So it's going to be a power play here for the Gazoos, looking to restore their 2-goal lead. They're going to move it around, find this player coming in from the left point, shoots it up high on the blocker side, but Trevor deflects it off to the corner. Gazoos retrieve the puck from the corner, though, put it out to the point, and then it gets thrown towards the net, and it gets tipped there by Chris Stuhar, it looks like, in front, and it trickles just past the right post. So Jackals dodge a bullet there. Power play over, but the Gazoos still have the puck, and they throw this towards the net. It's rebounded on net, loose, scramble in front, and then this player comes sweeping in to try and score, but Bob gets a stick on it and deflects it out of the arena. The Gazoos keep coming, though. Here they come down the left side, and they put a backhander towards the net, but Trevor gets the blocker up on it and then covers it up. Play continuing in the Jackals zone. Watch this player in the corner. He spins away from Rob Lawrence, and then he comes in, and Jared reaches in and hooks him. It seems like a bit of a dive, but he does fall down, and clearly it was Jeremy that took that penalty. You can see he's headed off towards the penalty box, recognizes that the referee have not called his number, and so he's going to head off to the bench, and unfortunately for Rob Lawrence, he's going to get tagged with that hooking penalty, and so he's off to the box to serve 2 minutes. The Gazoos are going to win the initial face-off of the power play, have it out at the point here, put it towards the middle, and this player is going to skate to the middle of the ice where he's got open area, puts a shot on net. The guy in front who falls tries to sweep it towards the crease, but Trevor makes both saves. Gazoos again coming down the left side, throwing it out front, and Daryl's there, wins the strongman battle, and shoots the puck off to the corner. Then he retrieves it off the wall, and he's going to go down to the other end with it, one-on-one, delaying. He's waiting for Johnny to come up, passes it over to him. It doesn't quite make it, ends up with Daryl behind the net. He wins another battle for it there and puts it out front to John again, and this time he deflects it on net, gets the rebound, and then shoots it past the goalie. And the Jackals, with a short-handed goal, have tied this game up at 2. And we take that score into the third period. Early in the third, here come the Gazoos on a rush, going down the center of the ice, throw that on net. It comes off Trevor awkwardly. Bob swings and misses at it to clear it out, but Rob picks it up anyway, and then he can't quite get it out, turns it over high in the zone. Then the shot is partially blocked by Bob. It trickles through his feet, goes to the Gazoos player off to the side of the net, who pulls it around Trevor and puts it in, and the Gazoos have restored their lead. Gazoos are now looking for more. There's a point guy calling for it because he's wide open. He gets it, throws it towards the net. Rebound hops out. Bob gets it, can't get any mustard on it to get it out, so it's kept in by that defender. Then he pokes the puck off him, and it nearly clears the line, but it's kept in. That point shot is deflected off to the side from a player in the corner who corrals it and puts it in on the short side. So a couple of unlucky bounces there by the Jackals, unable to get it out, and they're back down by 2 again. The Jackals don't quit, though. Here they are, turning the puck over at their own blue line. It's going to get bounced off the wall there by Johnny, up to Daryl, who is up ice. He goes across the line. Aaron's going to head towards the net. Daryl goes to the middle, shoots it. It's tipped by Jer Marshall in front, and then it goes to Aaron on the side, who deflects it past the goaltender. And the Jackals have closed the gap to 1. It's 4-3 with about 4.5 minutes left in this game. And with just a minute or so left in this game, the Jackals are going to call a timeout, go to the bench, discuss what play might get them the tying goal here. And when the Gazoos win this draw and put the puck back, Jared goes towards that player and who acts like he was shot from the crowd in the face by a gun. And I'm not sure what would have caused that reaction. As you can see from the replay here, Jared's stick is on the ice, his elbow's down. So a strange reaction there from the Gazoos player. So another offensive zone faceoff. Daryl has the puck along the wall. That Gazoos player coughs it right up to Jared in front, throws it towards the net, but it's off a leg and into the corner. Down to just 40 seconds left in this game. Jackals are going to win a draw in the offensive zone. It's going to end up on Aaron's stick here. He's going to bring it towards the middle, throw it towards the net. Rebound pops off, and it's there in the air. And a bunt attempt there by Rob. He can't make like the Blue Jays and get a hold of it. It goes past his stick, and the Gazoos are able to clear it out. Then the game's going to turn a little nasty here with just a couple seconds left in it. Greg's trying to get the puck across the line after John gets knocked down in the neutral zone. Then John's going to come back into the play here, pick up the puck along the wall, try to bump into that guy. He gets knocked down, and then he gets cross-checked in the back. Then Rob comes in and tries to knock that guy's Gazoo off. And that's going to cause the players to come together and have a meeting of the minds and a bit of a wrestling match. There you see Jer pulling a player off and another player coming in, so Greg has to get involved. You see that player throwing his gloves in the air, challenging anybody that he'll fight anytime and anywhere. He finds no takers, of course, because everyone on the ice is a well-adjusted adult other than him. But that doesn't stop the Gazoos from trying to still incite something. Here they are, still after John. Another push there. I'm sure John is offering him some sprinkler installation services to try and calm things down, and eventually it is going to fizzle out, and Rob's going to head to the box, and the Gazoos are going to get another penalty out of that. So it's going to be a short 5-second power play for the Jackals here at the end of the game. One last face-off in the Gazoos zone. Gets drawn back to Aaron, but it can't quite get to it. The Gazoos player knocks it away from him before he's about to shoot it on net. So this game is going to end as a 4-3 victory for the Gazoos. So the Jackals did well to come back in this game and keep it close, even though they were outplayed for large portions of the game. Let's have a look at the stats. You see Daryl at the top of the table with 2 nice assists in that game. Aaron, John, and Darwin, the 3 goal scorers. So we'll see what that does to the overall stats now for the season. Aaron remains entrenched at the top of the table. 2 points there from Daryl. He leapfrogs Gary into second place. John and Jer move up into a tie with Gary for third. Let's have a look at the past schedule this past week, what happened in the Jackals division. You see the Gazoos did lose to the Black Aces earlier in the week. J-Bones Welding beating the Nighthawks 3-0. And then that 4-3 result we just witnessed here at the end of that schedule. So let's have a look at the standings now based on that. Jackals firmly entrenched at the bottom of the standings. You see everyone else in the table having at least a 500 record in the division, and the Jackals down at 222. So we'll see what happens to them after Christmas if they end up in a different division. And speaking of Christmas break, there are 2 games left until that break happens. Here we look at what they are. Next game against the Hornets on the 10th, and then one last game, a rematch against the Great Gazoos. So we'll see you for that game against the Hornets. That's chili Christmas night for the Jackals, the annual eating of the chili and the buns. So we'll see you there for that one, folks.